Power Ledger. So, Power Ledger has had a bit of a pullback because it rallied a lot a couple of months, or about a month or so ago, and then it's had a pullback now. I still think Power Ledger is going to do okay in this bull cycle. I'm not sure it's going to do amazingly, and part of the reason is going to be fundamentally, how does the energy market news cycle work? That's going to be a big part of this. So I'll talk about all of that in this video. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new to the channel here and you don't know what this spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. And in the videos, I showed myself buying these coins. They were going to make me a lot of money. And you can see the prices of the coins well when I recorded my videos. You can also see the highs these coins hit in under a year and a half, and what your profit would have been from $100 into each one. And if you'd have done 100 into every single one, sat on them for 16 months and then sold them, your profit would have been around about 123 grand, which is not bad. I sold these, but I share the coins that I own on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So when I find a coin that I think is going to make me a lot of money, I jump onto the site, I tell my members about the coin that I'm going to buy, the profits I think it can have, and the money that I'm going to put in. They can copy along exactly. That means they make the exact same profit as me. Obviously, it means they also don't have to do any work. And that's why we have thousands and thousands of members on the site, is because they're making great money in crypto without having to do any work, without even having to know anything about crypto. And if you want to see what they've made, that's on the site. If you want to see what I've said in the past, that's on the site. We are now in a bull cycle, and if you don't have your portfolio sorted, now is the time, because if you're going to wait a year, you're going to have missed out on all the profit-making opportunities. So if you're ready to get the ball rolling, like I say, check out copymycrypto.com, see everything I've said and what the members have earned, because it may well help you get everything sorted. As you can see, by the way, Power Ledger is there. So Power Ledger only peaked out at around 80 cents in the last bull cycle. And in its first sort of iteration of a bull cycle, really, to be honest, it launched right at the end of the bull cycle. Like, I'm not sure this counts as a bull cycle run, because it was only in the bull cycle for a month before the 2018 crash. So I don't think this is a long-term downtrend. I don't think that's a fair representation. Now, Power Ledger is a tech company that builds software for decentralized energy markets. And this is basically, the goal is for a sustainable future. They've developed a blockchain-based platform that enables you to track and trade energy. They've also provided flexibility services and environmental commodities. The goal is to provide the platform for a fully modernized market-driven grid that offers consumers a choice in their energy while driving a democratization of power. Meaning, maybe we could take the power off of some of these gits that run all of the energy around the world, because it's basically 4 or 5 companies. Now, they're headquartered in Zug, Switzerland. They actually operate in over 10 countries. And the Power token is issued on Ethereum, and the Power blockchain, a native Solana-based blockchain, to process the energy transactions on a sort of more scalable network. The token acts as a license required for businesses. So it will enable utilities, renewable energy operators, microgrids, companies committed to 100% renewables, and property developers to access Power Ledger's platform will be able to be used to pay for the transactions on the Power Ledger blockchain in the future. In 2015, 30 countries had reached grid parity, meaning that the price of solar-generated energy was equal or less to the cost of local retail electricity. And look, the big thing here is, how does the renewables narrative take off? By the way, this was founded by Gemma Green and John Bulick. So Gemma Green is the executive chairman of Power Ledger. She was an investment banker before in London, then returned to Perth to pursue her PhD in electricity market distribution. in her pursuit of software facilitating peer-to-peer energy. She crossed paths with John Bulick, and that's how the inception of this began. She actually won Sir Richard Branson's Extreme Tech Challenge Award, and then the EY FinTech Entrepreneur of the Year Award. And in 2024, collaborated with Chris Voss, the former FBI hostage negotiator, to co-author the best-selling book Empathy and Understanding in Business. It's a pretty good resume. Now, the issue for this coin right now, look, energy is not a sexy topic. It just isn't. And the narrative around energy is going to be massively important. We have obviously world leaders meeting in Brazil this year, I believe it's Brazil. I think that's in September. And what happens there is going to be a big sort of pivotal point in the discussions around energy targets. Now, energy targets, carbon emission targets, all of these things will be discussed hugely by the world leaders, or so-called leaders, I think is a better phrase. And the question will be, does the mainstream media hold on to a narrative and make the biggest talking point around that regarding how the energy can be transformed? Because as of right now, the last 2 years have been brutal for households in terms of electricity costs. And I could see a world where that becomes an enormous talking point in terms of is renewable energy going to save you and I, or a regular person, a lot of money? Because if it is, and if that's a discussion point that holds, then we will start seeing your Shells, and we will start seeing your Eons, and all of these big energy companies start transitioning into a renewable energies model. And the main reason for that is profit, of course. But if that's a huge narrative that takes off, then guess what? That narrative takes off in the crypto space. It's the same principle as why AI coins pump when ChatGPT is a huge news point. It's the same reason that meme coins pump when Elon Musk tweets out about Dogecoin, because it's a huge talking point. And the issue for renewables and the energy market, particularly within crypto, is it isn't sexy. It isn't exciting. DeFi, gaming, NFTs. I'm not a fan of NFTs, but those things are exciting to people. Renewable energy is a hard thing to get anyone excited about. So, how does the media report that? Is going to be vital. I personally can see a world where that becomes an enormous talking point, because of the last couple of years of the average person's bills going through the roof. So it gets quite interesting. There is a world where Power Ledger could hit multiple dollars if that narrative is massive in the media. However, I am not sure that's going to happen. I'm not convinced we're going to see enough of that narrative play out. And Power Ledger is already on all the big exchanges. So we're not going to get a Binance bounce. We're not going to get a Coinbase bounce. Maybe it lands on another exchange, but I think there's probably, might land on a KuCoin or something. But overall, it's not getting an exchange bounce. And that's probably what this was back here. Although I can't remember, in all honesty. But overall, I think the target of $1 is kind of a fair target. I don't really think this high here is reflective or accurate. This was the just parabola of the bull market, of the end of the 2017 bull market. So I don't think that's reflective of price action. I think the high of 2021 of 80 cents is reflective of price action. And I think $1 is, 20% more. I think that's a fair target. But, like I said, this gets interesting if the narrative takes hold in mainstream media. If renewable energies become a focal area of discussion for a month, which is, in theory it could, then we could see Power Ledger hitting multiple dollars. But unless that happens, as of right now, I can't see that. Unless we see, the only other way that it could happen is if we see massive governments worldwide shifting huge areas of R&D, shifting huge areas of legislation towards a push on renewables in countries. Maybe they shift towards that sort of because like in Germany, as an example, the wind farms power like 90% of the country. However, in the UK, there's a lot of opposition to wind farms. A lot of people in the countryside go, they're ugly, I don't want them. Which is, you can feel whatever way about it. I kind of get it. If you've bought a house in the countryside and you want to enjoy the countryside, a big wind farm might not appeal. However, might save you a lot of money, and that's the thing. So how do governments move forward? If governments start pushing on that sort of German model, then we will see real growth for Power Ledger. Otherwise, probably not, guys. And then it's probably at that $1 level. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Do you think it's going to do more? Do you think it's going to do less? Yeah, tell me. And guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in the next bull cycle, you can do. All you have to do is head over to copymycrypto.com. That's the site I share my entire portfolio on. So members can join up. They can find out exactly what coins I have. Anytime I find a coin that I think is going to absolutely rocket up, I jump onto the site. I tell my members about the coin that I'm going to buy, profits it can have, money I'm going to put in. They can copy along exactly, meaning they will make the exact same profit as me. And the bonus is they don't have to do any work at all, which is why we have thousands of members on the site, because they're making incredible money in crypto. They don't have to do any work at all. And if you want to see what they've made, that's on the site. If you want to see what I've said in the past, that's also on the site, and it's all on the history of this channel, so you can verify it all. We are in a bull cycle right now. If you do not have your portfolio sorted, now is the time. If you wait 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, you are going to have missed out on all the profits. So if you haven't got your portfolio sorted yet, go to copymycrypto.com, see what the members have made, because copymycrypto.com can solve all your problems. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.